Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So I'm using the amazing rainy days kit from Planners Anonymous this week. Let's go ahead and get to it. Alright, so a long time ago I did a decoration where we had like an open up, kind of like a, not a Dutch door, but kind of that kind of thing. And I want to do that again because I love this paper so much. I know the world hasn't got a lot going on, but I feel like I still have a lot that I want to do. I've got this list which I'm just going to keep moving week by week of things I would like to do. So while I've got the opportunity, I'm going to kind of keep doing that. So what I'm going to do is cut this in half first. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to cut it so that it's as tall as the page. So these are letter-sized pieces of paper, so they're often just a little bit tall for this, and they're going to be definitely too short, or not wide enough, sorry. So it needs to be 21 centimeters high. I'm just going to grab my trimmer in. I'm going to cut it off the bottom. Make sure that's straight. So here's the 21. Not putting that too far away because I still need that. Just making sure that that's the right size. Yes, it is. And then we're just going to cut this straight in half. So it's 27.8 centimeters wide. So we'll just work that out. This is where calculators are good. 27.8 divided by 2 is 13.9. So I'm going to flip this over the other side. Just measure out that 13.9 and then just cut it. I'm going to do this with the ruler just so that I make sure I've got a centre spot. And then I'll double check it again when I do this. So line up that 13.9, which is unfortunately the worst spot on this particular Kaisercraft trimmer because it goes to about 13.9. So I'm just going to hope for the best there. That's pretty cool. Alright, so then it's going to sit like this and flip out. So I'll have all this extra room for lists and notes and anything else. And then there's just going to be washi tape down the middle. But I'm going to use washi to stick it in and then washi down the side to sort of clean up this slight gap in the middle. So for the down the side part, I'm just going to line this up. And then just with the washi from the kit, this is the standard washi, just going to stick this down. And it does make it look like the raindrops are coming in sideways, that's okay. So I'm just lining up right on the edge of my lines. Whoops. The excess in a second, but then just fold it over just so we've got the nice fold line in the washi. So there's a little bit of a gap on the top and the bottom. I'm actually really okay with that. Go. So it's going to be the little fold over, and then while we're here, I'm going to put the, just having a thought, maybe the raindrops are better. I'm just going to have a quick look at what the raindrops look like because they go vertical anyway. And I'm going to use these a bit later on for some to-do lists, I think. But these might be better down the edge. If I did two, yes, that's better. So I'm going to leave that exactly where it is and just cut off all the excess. And just one little weird thing that we're going to do. So because this paper is just a little bit smaller than the washi, I'm just grabbing my powder tool and just putting that on where that washi tape is folded over. And that way it's not sticky. So I'm just basically taking the stick away. So then we're going to punch the holes really quick, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the exact same thing on the other side. So I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. that's what it looks like once it's all done. I actually really like that. It may be a little bit raindrop overload, but I don't care. I think it looks so cool. So then on the inside, then there's room to write all my to-dos and bits and pieces, which I'm kind of just going to pull everything out of this box for a second. Part of me really wants to stick that whole notepad on there, but I'm not going to. That would be a bit silly. Alright. So the next thing we're going to do is add in, I'm going to use one of the quote cards because I haven't used one for so long. And I want to use this Rain Brings Rainbows one. And I'm going to use this as a bit of a fold out. So I think what I'll do, I'm just going to grab my lead pencil. Oops. Just marking gently where my lines are, where I want that to sit, sorry. I just want to see if the boxes fit in there. Won't quite do what I want it to do. So, alright, so I'm going to stick that in as a fold out. No, actually, I was sort of thinking that I wanted somewhere to write something that was hidden, but I don't really think I need to. I think I have enough space off to the side, and if I want to write something a little bit more that I don't want everyone in the world to see, well then I can stick that in a pocket or something, so that'll be fine. So I'm just going to stick this down, and let's face it, there's not a lot going on at the moment, so it's not like I'm taking room away from anything. So I'll put this in just with the glue tape, and I am deliberately putting it just below Monday because I want to use one of the stickers or some of the stickers actually before I do that. So I'm just going to grab, where did all the flowers go? There they are. So I'm going to grab some of the pansies, which I have been informed that they are pansies. They're not snapdragons as I kept calling them. But hey, I'm happy to be wrong. I'm not really good with flowers, so that makes sense to me. So I'm just going to put some of these blue ones. I'm trying to not avoid the yellow, but just that first one I didn't want to be yellow. And I am deliberately covering up as much as I can the Monday and the April. I'm just wiggling that around to get sort of the effect that I want. And then we'll put, just had a thought. I'm not pulling these up, I just want to put the quote card underneath them instead of on top of them. So I'm just going to lift these up and just let it dry. There like that, and I'm just pulling it down just a little bit because I'm going to try and cover up Wednesday as well, because I really love these. These are just so pretty with the lines, and if I can get this to sit in the right spot, it's going to sit there like that, and I'm just going to trim off. I'll use my washi cutter. I'm just going to cut this little bit off so that it all lines up. Oh, that is so pretty. Thursday will stay, so it'll go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Actually, I might do all in the middle. Flip this over and put the Good Friday over here. So I'm going to really quickly move these stickers over to the other side. So these two are just from Luscious Labels. I don't actually know how I feel about Easter this year. It's going to come and go without anyone paying much attention to it, isn't it? So, I don't know. Do you think we can bank the 4 days and like we'll have Easter when everything sort of goes back to normal? I don't know if that necessarily can happen, but it would be nice. So 4 down here to cover up the Thursday, I'm going to put in one of these little window boxes, and that can be a list of some kind or something else. I haven't decided yet, but I am kind of deliberately leaving nothing at the top or the bottom, as in I don't want any washi tape along those, and that's just because I want to try and make this a bit a bit, like, I know there's washi down here, but a little bit less reliant on washi because I know I use it all the time. Alright, so down on the bits and pieces, I'm going to add in this Jumping Puddles. So it's going to cover up the bits and pieces there on the left, right. You guys know I suck at lefts and rights. So I'm just going to use that to cover that bit up. I'm just sticking off to the side of the washi so it all kind of stays straight still. And then obviously Good Friday sticker will be over Friday and Sunday will be over Sunday. I just need to find something to cover up Saturday and the April on the top. So I'll stick these down first. Then I might double back and put the days of the week in, and then we'll find something to cover up these other days. Might just go with a couple of those flowers again for the April. Maybe can I use one of these? Might just be the wrong shape. Oh no, that'll work. There you go, that covers up the April. We'll come back to the Saturday. Okay, so days of the week. I think I want to use a bit of the all over ones. So pretty. So the one that's got a bit of every colour in it. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick these down. And like I said, I'm going to come over to the side. Because this is going to be covered up no matter what. It doesn't matter where these days go. So I'm just going to put them butted up against the washi tape. And if I do that on both sides, they'll both be in the same spot. So it's actually not quite butted against the washi, but like 0.2 of a mil next to it. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick all these down and I'll be right back. Actually, I've just had a thought, guys, which is a bit different, but okay, so I'm actually going to move my days around. I'm actually thinking of rather than having it go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday like I normally do, I'm going to flip this around and have it go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And the reason I'm going to do that is I want to have like a midweek check-in. So there'll obviously be my big list of things that I need to get done. But I'm a bit like everybody else, I'm transitioning to not working quite as much. And I don't want to waste all the time that I've got, because I know this is as much as it's not good, it is good. It's a blessing that we have this amount of time to kind of indulge in the passions we want to indulge in. And I have a list so long of things I want to get done. So I'm going to kind of give myself this midweek check-in area over here. Now I can't use that Jumping Puddles there. I'll move that up to the top in a sec. So it's just going to flick these around a little bit. It's nothing particularly fancy. It's just going to move these around. So that'll be my midweek check-in. So I'm actually going to put that back. I don't know why I took it off. That'll be the midweek check-in. Ow! Damn, those things are sharp. And just as a bit of decoration down here. So I'm just going to add this teal one on the other side. So I still got the two kind of boxes. I'm actually going to move that grey one in a sec because it's now in the wrong spot. But so then we'll go, this will be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we'll finish off doing those. And then we'll work out how we're going to cover up all these other ones. So it's going to be the same size or same distance away from the washi tape on this side as well. find a way to cover up the Friday and the Sunday, which really shouldn't be difficult because there is so much pretty stuff in here. It's just a matter of finding something that's the right size. So I'm gonna grab this one here. I love this quote. It's actually, it's going to get framed. There's the art card from this kit. It's just so good. So it just says life's too short, and I just think at the moment that's actually a really good sentiment to know. And then up here on Thursday, what can I use? I'm going to focus this over on the 10, make sure that's covered up, and then bringing this back in, I'm actually just going to trim it. So it's going to go round the pansy. We'll stick this bit down first, which will cover up the bit of the day bit. And then if we put this one down over the top, you'll barely notice that has actually been trimmed. Oh, I like that. So I did have this thought of stamping out like all of the houses or all of the trees kind of on like a pattern across the whole page. I think that's going to just overwhelm it. So I think what I'll do instead is just make a pocket, not a pocket. Oh, God, that's good. That just makes me happy. Like I know I've done nothing, but it just looks so good. The umbrellas are amazing. So I think, so I just want to mat this up because I just don't want I need a little bit of yellow. So if I pop it like that, so this, oh, I still need to find, before we do that, the jump in the puddles is going to go over here. This is where I'm kind of going to bring in a bit of not quite straight because I don't want to go too, actually that should go on that side and that should go on that side. Whew. Thankfully my glue dots have been a bit worn at this point, so that works. So I'm going to cut this mat to 6.5. Just bring that trim right in. So 6.5. Oh, pretty pink. So it's a very, very skinny kind of mat, but that's it. Just wants the little pop. That's all I need from it. So we'll glue tape this up. I'm just looking at it thinking it was not quite right, but it's okay. So that just gives that a little bit more dimension. It's not quite as flat. The yellow is just a little bit hell of a pop. Put that there. Right, let's finish decorating. I really wanted to use the stamps. I might have to leave them for the for my project, which I'm still working out what that is. Actually, I don't need to work it out. I know what it is. It's using all the houses, so perhaps that's an okay one to not have at the moment. I'm going to use them somewhere else. I'm going to stick that just there like that. It just needs something else over here. It's just a little bit too plain. Kissing couple there. And I just want to also grab, even though this says rainy day ideas, oh, I just realized I haven't put my numbers in. Oops. Even though this says rainy day ideas, I'm kind of going to use this as my to-do. So instead of having rainy day ideas, it'll be more like not quite so busy ideas. And I'm actually just going to draw that in. So I'm just checking. Yeah, I think a dark grey will work. Oops. Is that indigo? I think it is. I'm going to use this one. So I'm just going to draw like a box around here. I'm going to use a marker to kind of give it a shadow. I'm just going to pour this in. I'm I'm not panicking too much if it's not 100% straight. Obviously that would be great, but this is me we're talking about. I'm very rarely perfect with these line things. I'm just going to grab in a grey Crayola marker. This is one of my grey super tips. I'm just drawing in a drop shadow. So I'm just going straight down the line. I'm just keeping it as straight as I can. If it's not quite straight, it's okay. It's kind of adding a bit of character to it. I'm just joining them up. So that's my sort of ideas page or ideas area. Things to do. I have been coming up with like random things in the middle of the night that I want to do. So having a page where I can just sort of get up and know where I can put that's probably not a bad idea. And I just need something at the bottom because it just doesn't quite look right down here. And I'm actually really tempted to use the washi, but I just don't think it'll work. I think it'll be too tall. Kind of just takes so much out of Sunday, which I know I don't have a lot going on Sunday, but at the same time I haven't done that over this side, so it ends up looking a bit much. So I'm gonna grab another one of these. And if I line these up, the two of them together should actually be just the right amount of size, and if not, I'll just trim off a little bit again. So I think that's all I want to add. I'm just kind of thinking. I do just want to just grab some of the minis and just to remind myself to do things. So we normally do the gym on a Wednesday. We're not doing that at the moment because obviously we can't go anywhere. So I'm just going to put that onto Wednesday just as a bit of a reminder. I'm going to put... So instead of having my happy mail hiding somewhere, I'm just going to stick this in the middle and I'm going to draw another one of those boxes in. It's just going to be a smaller box down the side here, and we'll put that same shadow in it. There isn't a lot of mail coming my way at the moment, but there is a little bit. As a very last kind of thing, I'm just gonna put the girl sitting down in the corner here. Her legs just don't want to sit. Get them in the right spot. It took a second, but we got her there. And then there'll be no coffee, there'll be no shopping. Reminder to do laundry. What day do we want the reminder to do laundry? Mine says every day. Put him up on Tuesday. And this one's going to be to answer my YouTube comments. So I'm just going to put that up on Thursday. And I'm going to leave it there. I think that's actually really cute. I really like the way that it's all kind of hidden. And there's still plenty of room for me to be able, so I've got my little list here. And then if I want to journal in here and do this as a box and kind of journal all through there, that gives me the ability to be able to do that. I've still got my room for my happy mail. A little bit more lists down the bottom. But I really like it. I think that's turned out better than I thought it would. I was a little worried that it would end up looking like there was too much room, but I think that's actually really nice. So let me know what you think. Leave it down below, or you can find me on any of my social medias. Don't forget to give this one a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and be subscribed to my channel for any future videos. There's also a playlist. If you wait till the end of the video, there's a playlist with all of my Planners Anonymous videos. If you're new to PA and you want to see some of the old stuff, or maybe you've got them all stored up and you want a way to be able to kind of use them. Oh, I've just thought of something. Then that's a really good way to do it. Check out some of my old ideas and see what you think. I'm just going to add in PA Live on Monday because I know the live will be on Monday. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day and a great week, and I will see you again in my next video. Sending lots of huggles. Bye!